right, everyone, this is Tim. This is New York Giants Straight Talk. Haven't been on the mic in a little bit because of the fact that we've got a lot, it's the summertime. We're getting closer to the summer. And honestly, I don't like talking about OTAs. Especially when the OTAs are voluntary, because of the fact that you have all these expectations and you have all these videos and tweets and everything else that talk about all these wonderful things that are going on in OTAs. Look how dangerous the Giants offense looks. Because when you run up against cones and you have the helmet on and shorts and a jersey, you just look awesome. And none of it matters. It starts mattering when you get into mandatory OTAs. It starts mattering when you get into training camp. It starts mattering when you get to that first preseason game. Having the Giants run a vertical offense against nobody with zero pressure and saying how great they look means nothing. Stop. Just stop. I mean, for the love of God, stop. People need to report the truth. People need to talk about the truth. People need to understand, like I said, it means zero. It's just fodder to talk about. That's it. It's for the likes, the clicks, the bleeps, and the boops. That's like the whole Brian Daboll situation in regards to talking about DeAndre Hopkins. I love it because you would read social media, you would watch videos, and you would think that he came out and said, D-Hop is someone that we really want to get, and he's someone that the organization is looking at totally right now. And I think we are going, we're in a good spot, and we're going to be close to making a substantial offer to him. You would think that's what Brian Daboll said when he was asked a question. But let's listen to what he actually said.
There's a big wide receiver out there that's available as a free agent now.
How tall is he?
What?
How tall is he? You said a big receiver.
I'm talking about DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, he's pretty tall.
Okay.
He's pretty good. How open would you be to adding a piece like that now? Is it something you guys think you would consider?
Yeah, no, I'd say like last year, anytime there's someone that's available, that's a free agent, I'd say Joe and his staff are going to look into it, research it. We talk about really a lot of different players. So regardless of who it is, that's part of our job, is to make sure we're doing our due diligence.
Now, Giant content creators and people on social media have run with this and have said the Giants are looking into the DeAndre Hopkins. We're going to do our due diligence as we would with any other player. He didn't say the Giants are making an offer. He didn't say the Giants are running up to get D-Hop. They didn't say any of that. He didn't say Shane is going to get it. He says we're doing our due diligence and we are looking at as we would with any other free agent. You want to know why? Because I don't like saying Daboll's Parcellian. I don't like saying that because they're two different guys. But he is Parcellian in regards to the fact that a lot of times Parcells, when he said something at a press conference, he said nothing. Now, the problem is with the advent of social media, anything that is said, even when it's so ambiguous, all of a sudden gets taken into the Giants are going to get D-Hop. And I see all these thumbnails come up, and I see all this shit on social media about how we're going to get him, how we're going to get him. And I love it because the same people that are saying this are going to be the same people when we do not get them, when he does not sign here, they're going to be saying, well, I never really thought he was coming. We don't really need him. Never really thought he was going to be a Giant. When you put shit on social media and you don't delete it, it stays there.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Would DeAndre Hopkins be an upgrade on the Giants offense? Yes. Right now, the Giants have $4 million in cap space. Shane has already talked about the fact that he wants at least $10 million in operational cap space. Well, operational cap space is my word. He also has the theory of this, that we are, with the 90 players in the contract we have right now, we're negative $27 million, and that $4 million is with the rule of 51. And also the fact that we don't know what rookies are going to make the team, because those contracts, when you first go in the rule of 51, about your guaranteed rookie contracts are on the book. So it's like $3.5 million, almost $4 million. If all of them make the team, it's like $11 million, but that doesn't occur until after the rule of 51. So even if you sit there and you think you are going to manipulate and massage the cap, you are going to have to re-sign Saquon Barkley. You're going to probably have to restructure both Adoree Jackson and Leonard Williams, which I don't think Shane is willing to do, because he's already bitched about pushing dead money out into other years. Why would he do that again? You, as a Giant organization, have to think you are a wide receiver away from not only making the playoffs, but making yourself Super Bowl contenders. You have to feel that way. And you're going to go out and get a 31-year-old wide receiver who's had issues the last 2 seasons, who has already come out and basically says he wants to play for a winner, he wants to play for a ring. The Giants aren't there yet. Giants are probably still 2 years away, maybe a year away from making a big play. If the building process continues, you're probably figuring the Giants are at least another season away from making a huge amount of noise in the playoffs. DeAndre Hopkins then will be in between 32 and 33, somewhere in between there. And I've said this before, if you want to go out and get a wide receiver, and I had an argument with Rob about this on Sunday stream, if you want to go out and get a wide receiver, and I don't think he's available, go get T. Higgins. T. Higgins is in his early 20s. He's still under his rookie deal. So if you traded for him this year, you are still under his last year of his rookie contract. So you could then sign him to his extension for next year and still have that rookie deal on the books. Yeah, it's probably going to cost you a first-round pick, maybe a second or third, who knows, but it's going to cost you draft capital. But he's a younger guy. He is a guy that's potentially can come into his prime. Well, you already know what D-Hop is. You've seen what T. Higgins can be. But when you have Jamar Chase, how much better could he be without Jamar Chase? When Rob and I were talking about it on the stream on Sunday, he asked me, do I think Devontae Smith was a number 1 receiver? And I tried to explain to him, in Philadelphia, him and A.J. Brown, I see it as 1A and 1B. Because the fact that on that team, that is the way I think it is structured. In Cincinnati, I see Jamar Chase as 1, and I see T. Higgins as 2. But it's a differently built offense in Cincinnati, and that's why T. Higgins is the focal point. Excuse me, that's why Jamar Chase is the focal point. We don't know how good T. Higgins can be when he is the primary focus, when he is the primary target, when he is the man. But it would make more sense to draft capital on getting a young player who's going to be coming into his prime, who you can then have control over in 2023 and extend out into 2024, 2025 when you have all this cap space, than it does to go out and get a 31-year-old wide receiver who may give you 1-2 good years left, when you still think you are probably 1 to 2 years away from making a serious run for the Super Bowl. Think. Logic. I know logic doesn't get you likes, clicks, bleeps, and boops. I know that. I really do. Because if it did, I would just make up videos saying, we're going to get T. Higgins. We're going to get this player. We're going to get this player. But I like to try to be honest. I like to try to keep it simple. Don't forget, we're going to be heading out to the Giants party on to the Giants dinner, rookie dinner on Tuesday of next week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm probably not going to stream anything from it, but I probably will post some photographs up on Twitter and all that fun stuff. So it'll be interesting to get to meet the rookies, have dinner with them, and all that stuff. So we're gonna have a good time doing that. So make sure you go to Online Big Blue One and follow us on Twitter so you can find that thing coming up. We got a new partner video coming up next week. That's another reason why I jumped on the camera, because we got to get back on the camera. And again, this is Tim. This is New York Giants Straight Talk. And you know what? I'm out of here.